Saboo. He's Director Institutional Equities at Prabhudas Lilladher and joins in on the show. Good to have you on board. Varun, let's get in your take first up on the meltdown that we're witnessing within the metals basket. What do you make of it?
Yeah, hi, thank you so much, firstly, for hosting me on your show. And if you're talking about metals, I really think that there's some correction which was supposed to be out here. You've seen aluminum overall base metal prices coming off, so it was down about 5% yesterday. There's some kind of correction you're seeing there. But what my understanding would go over here is that the steel prices are still holding around the highs, and this is the base metal prices globally, and also the kind of cash flows that the domestic companies are making are quite significant. So eventually, the balance sheet strength that these guys are seeing, and coupled with the way Indian prices are also holding on, I would think that ferrous is supposed to do very well from here. Non-ferrous probably will be a little cautious on, considering there was a significant run up and there are some base metal prices there correcting. But yeah, on ferrous, we're very bullish. Hello.
Okay, fair enough. That's the view coming in. Just wanted to also understand your outlook when it comes to the agri sector, because you're of the view that we could see that sector outperform in the long run. We've got the onset of the monsoon as well coming up. So what's really driving that conviction?
So I would like to highlight that we from PL have come out with a rural strategy report where we have come and highlighted that we expect a sharp turnaround on the rural side. We are expecting demand to significantly go up from the rural India side. What is helping us is that Ukraine-Russia crisis. Considering that Ukraine and Russia were big exporters of agro-based commodities like wheat, maize, etc. All those, so the pricing there has gone up significantly, and we expect that at least upwards of 300 billion additional money is being made in rural India from wheat alone, and other agri commodities, if you have to put it, can be somewhere between 500 to 600 billion rupees, which we're expecting additional to be made on the rural side. So we think that there's going to be a lot of it flowing down, percolating to demand coming up out there. And yeah, we remain very bullish on the agri side. We expect that agro-based stocks should do very well.
This is Anisha also joining into the conversation. Very interested to hear your views regarding the auto space, because there seems to be a contrarian view here wherein you are expecting a strong demand. However, on the supply side, there are a lot of issues when it comes to the auto sector. What makes you that bullish, and which are the pockets that you like from that sector?
So, from the auto side, how the outlook is changing. There were two things which were happening. One is the supply side issues, which have been there for a while. And that's kind of there. It's built in the stocks right now. But what is changing is, as I'm saying, that agri side is picking up materially. And you're seeing demand to significantly pick up on that front. So your rural India side will pick up materially is what our expectation is. And secondly, with commodity prices cooling off a bit, where you're seeing base metals like aluminum, etc., coming off, and also with crude coming off, crude also has come down to sub 100 odd levels, which is also now a comfortable level for India as such. So we expect that coupling it with the extra cash flows that we are making across the economy, we expect that demand growth should be significant going forward in the auto space as well.
Okay, so that's about the auto space, but one pocket which is showing quite a bit of reversal today, intraday, is the Nifty banking space. We'll patch back with Varun and take his view as far as the banking sector is concerned. In the interim, let's highlight a few counters that are buzzing. Suzlon Energy has gained 4%, and Just Dial has been seeing some solid buying action today. In fact, that stock has gained almost 9% as we speak, and most of that up move has come in the last couple of hours itself. So big move happening as far as Just Dial goes. Sri Renuka Sugar has been buzzing around, and today as well it's seeing quite a bit of action. And from the broader markets, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Yes Bank, these are the counters which are also seeing some buying momentum come into these counters. On the flip side, however, Raymond is inching a tad bit lower. We also have Quest Corp, which is slipping a tad bit. But let's get back to Varun with a conversation regarding the banking sector. Varun, I was asking you about which are the pockets as far as the financial space is concerned, is what you like at this point of time.
I'm sorry, there was some connectivity issue, so I'll just get back to you on the banking space. So I was just saying that on the banking side, you're seeing significant credit growth coming in. The kind of pre-quarterly updates across the sector has been so strong, right from HDFC Bank to other banks which have reported. So you're seeing credit growth being very, very strong, bank performances being very strong, overall NPA levels, credit costs, etc., being much lower. So and valuations being extremely supportive. See what has happened. I'll just go on to the FI numbers part. If one has to see, FIs have sold about 230,000 crores plus in the last 2 years. Their exposure was primarily in the banking space, and that's where you've seen the pressure on the banks despite such strong performance. I think that most of the FI selling part is kind of there. I don't see any aggressive flows from here. So going forward, I think banking packs should do exceptionally well from here. There are, so in the large caps, obviously we are very bullish on Axis, ICICI, SBI. And also on the microfinance side, with the kind of pickup we are seeing, the kind of understanding from our channel checks, we think that microfinance is doing exceptionally well. So we would think that microfinance stocks should also do very well from here, particularly Bandhan Bank.
Sure. Varun, just wanted to understand how concerned you are about what happens with IT going forward. While, it was you can't pinpoint any disappointment kind of quarter from TCS just yesterday. But having said that, the management themselves in their press conference also reiterated that margins could get a little bit volatile in the next few quarters to come. In our chat this morning, they sounded convinced, but at the same time, not completely negating that margins wouldn't weigh heavy, on account of all the attrition costs and the salary hikes and coming back to office costs, etc. Would you then be a little cagey and a little wary about the prospects of IT purely on the margin concerns?
Near term, yes, and longer term, I'll remain still bullish on the IT pack. Next couple of quarters, you will see issues around margins, which obviously TCS has highlighted in their result commentary yesterday. And also, apart from this, you're seeing a lot of issues around attrition, which they're trying to grapple with, most IT companies, which we are talking to. But going forward, what keeps me very bullish with at least a 1 year plus perspective, at least with a view of 1 to 3 years, is that the kind of demand scenario still remains very healthy. The order booking in the TCS results was very, very strong. And that is what has been there for last several quarters. So obviously IT has had a dream run in the last 2 years. Valuations have gone berserk. They have gone to a different level itself. So there will be some consolidation or correction in the near term. Next couple of quarters could be weak when we talk about the larger IT caps and mid caps also. But with the 12-month perspective, still remain very bullish.